Now, dear students, अब चलते हैं alternating current lesson 5. I will explain it word by word. In alternating current lesson 4 मैंने ऐसा एक फिगर बनाया था, उसको थोड़ा दोबारा देख लें, हैं, फिर दोबारा यहीं पे आते हैं. Alternating current lesson 4 में जो कि था ये था, there was a capacitor, there was a resistor, this was a Morse key. When this key was pressed, this point comes in contact with this point, and this part of this key, red key, moves up. So this moves up means it loses contact from this point, this black point. So when this was pushed, this circuit was complete. This circuit was complete, and the EMF was in the circuit, and the equation we had derived like this. And the capacitor, due to this battery, was getting charged. It was taking some time, and the charge I had derived in lesson 4 as Q is equal to Q naught 1 minus e to the power minus t by RC. This is the charge Q when the capacitor was getting charged by pressing the key. This is the charge in the capacitor at time t. This is the Q naught is the maximum charge that it can hold. This is what we had derived. And your RC was called the time constant tau. And putting t is equal to RC, we had found out your Q was 63.2% of Q naught. Means if you allow the circuit to work for this many seconds, whatever is the value of R and C, if you multiply these two, whatever value you get, if you allow the circuit to work for that many seconds, the charge in the capacitor will become 63.2% of its maximum charge. Means whatever maximum charge it can hold in the long run, after this much time, the charge becomes 63.2%. This is what we had discussed in alternating current lesson 4. Now we are going to learn about the discharging of the capacitor. Very simple. Very simple. So now look at alternating current 5. Discharging of a capacitor through a resistor. Right? Now look, in lesson 4, जब ये की को यहाँ मैंने प्रेस कर दिया था, ये पॉइंट यहाँ पे कांटेक्ट में आ गया था, ये रेड पॉइंट ऊपर चला गया था लेसन 4 में, और ये वाला पार्ट सर्किट में था, और कैपेसिटर में चार्ज मैक्सिमम हो गया था Q नॉट, Q नॉट. Now the discharging. Now this key is released, means moves up. This point comes in contact with this point. So since this is released, there is a gap here. So this EMF of the cell is no more in the circuit. Now which circuit is complete? Now look, this is in contact. When this key is released, this point touches this point. So now this part is complete. This is the complete circuit. And in this complete circuit, there is no EMF. This is no more there because this is disconnected here. So whatever charge was accumulated in the capacitor, that was Q naught, now this starts discharging through the resistor. Means the energy of the capacitor will be available across the resistance in the form of heat or light. So that is the thing that we are going to study about the discharging of the capacitor. So in AC, alternating current 4, when the Morse key was pressed, the circuit was complete with CRC. The circuit was complete like this. And the equation by applying KVL was this. This is what we derived in lesson 4, alternating current lesson 4. And from this, by making side change, by making these two terms to the right hand side, this was the equation in lesson 4 when the capacitor was getting charged. Now the key is released. This is released. Now, just before releasing, prior to that, it was completely charged. It was completely charged. So, what was the charge on C? It was Q naught. It was Q naught. Now this is released. Now you start counting time again with a stopwatch. Now what it is, the moment this key is released, now you start counting again and let the time is equal to 0 and the charge on the capacitor Q is equal to Q naught. Now the capacitor starts discharging through this path, through the resistor. So, and this is no more there in the circuit because this is detached. So E is not there. So in this equation, for discharging of the capacitor, we'll put E is equal to 0. So that is what I am explaining. Now the key is released. That is E is equal to, this becomes 0. So let us put it 0 here. The capacitor starts discharging through the resistor R. दोबारा बता देता हूँ, जब इसको प्रेस किया था और कुछ समय के लिए इसको चलने दिया था, ये कैपेसिटर फुली चार्ज हो गया था, इसमें चार्ज आ गया था Q naught. Now all of a sudden this key is released. Now you start counting time again. Now you start counting time again for the discharging of the capacitor. So now what it is equal to 0. When the discharging process started, what was the charge in the capacitor? Q naught, the maximum. So now let us go ahead. Now, so the charge in the capacitor is decreasing from Q naught. It is gradually decreasing, right? And when it will be 0, we'll find out that also. And when it will be, it will be 36.8% of the maximum charge Q naught. So the capacitor starts discharging through R. Now let at any time t, after this time. After this, at some time t, let Q is the charge left in the capacitor and I is the current. So in this equation, put E is equal to 0 because the battery is disconnected. By releasing this key, this battery having EMF is disconnected. So put E is equal to 0. Now very simple. So Q by C plus IR. By making side changes, this becomes IR is equal to minus Q by C. So this current is changing with respect to time. So I can be written as dQ by dt into R is equal to minus Q over C. Once you have understood this, rest is only few minutes job. Very, very interesting. So what we just derived in the previous page is dQ by dt into R is equal to minus Q over C. This R is multiplied here. Bring it to the right side. It will be divided. So it will be kept on the numerator. So R comes to the right hand side. Now it is in the numerator. dQ by Q is equal to minus dt by this. Now integrate both sides. Integrate this side and integrate this side. So this can be written as 1 by Q into dQ. This is same thing as dQ by Q. So integration. Now this can be written as 1 by RC minus 1 by RC into dt. This is same thing as this. Why did I did so? 1 is constant, minus is constant, resistance is constant, C is constant. So this part will be taken out of the integration. So it is taken out, minus 1 by RC dt. Now this comes under a simple formula of integration. So is equal to log of Q with respect to base C, natural logarithm. So this integration of dt is t. 1 by RC was taken out and some constant of integration k. We'll find out this constant of integration. Here is the understanding. Note, just before the key K was released, first the capacitor was charged. And the charge in the capacitor was maximum Q naught. Now the charge on the capacitor is Q naught. Now you start counting time again for the discharging process. Just before the key was released, Q on the capacitor was maximum, that was Q naught. For discharging, which began at t is equal to 0, that is when the key is released, what is the charge in the capacitor? Maximum Q naught. So the charge on the capacitor is Q naught at t is equal to 0 for the discharging process. So at t is equal to 0, the charge on the capacitor Q is equal to Q naught. So let us put this concept here. This concept here. The charge, this is Q naught, when the discharging process started. So for Q, I put Q naught minus 1 by RC. Now the time is equal to 0 for the discharging process. Time is equal to 0, 1 by some, so okay. This is the way to find out this constant of integration. So this whole thing becomes 0 because it is multiplied with 0. So K is equal to log E of log Q naught with respect to base E. Put this value of K here in equation 2. Here in equation 2. So your equation 2, this equation 2 now becomes log Q, same thing as this with respect to base E, minus 1 by RCT, and this is your your integration constant, which we just discussed, log Q naught with respect to base E. Now there are two logarithms on one side. If you bring one to the left hand side, let us bring this term to the left hand side, so it is subtracted. On this side, I'm left with minus 1 by RC into T. Subtraction of 2 log according to the formulas in logarithm. So it is equal to log of Q over Q naught. This is simple formula in log. Just look for your class 10th mathematics minus T over RC. So what is the meaning? Therefore, E to the power this will be equal to Q over Q naught. That I have explained you time and again. Log of 100 with respect to base 10 is 2, means 10 to the power 2 is 100. That I have explained you. So E to the power minus T over RC is equal to Q over Q naught. Now cross multiply this term. So now cross multiplying your Q, that is Q is equal to Q naught E to the power minus T by RC. What do you mean by this? This is the final expression for discharging. Means the moment you started discharging the capacitor, when the key was switched off, you started counting time again from 0 from that point of time. Now after t seconds, what is the charge left on the capacitor Q? Now whatever charge it had stored, the maximum charge, into E to the power minus T by RC, right? It means if T increases, this gradually decreases from this expression, where the time constant is RC. If you put the dimension of R and C, it will give you the dimension of time, therefore it is called time constant. Now, if T is equal to RC, means if the capacitor is allowed to discharge after switching off the key for a time equal to this many seconds, R into C seconds, means whatever is the value of R, whatever is the value of C, if you multiply, suppose this comes out to be 2 milliseconds, means if the capacitor is allowed to discharge for 2 milliseconds, what will be the charge left on the capacitor? So we have to put, for T, I have to put here RC. So here we know Q is equal to Q naught E to the power. So for T, I put RC. So RC cancels, E to the power minus 1, E to the power minus is 1 by E. So Q naught in the numerator, so E the value of this. So this is same thing as 1 divided by this into Q naught. If you divide with a calculator, this comes out to be 0.368 times Q naught. Means if you allow the circuit to function after key is switched off, after this much time, T is equal to RC, what is the charge left in the capacitor? 0.368 of the maximum charge that it had already stored when it was completely charged. So this can be written as 36.8% of Q naught after one time constant. If you are asked to find what will be the charge in the capacitor when it is discharging after two time constants, then for T you have to put 2 RC. If you are asked to find out what is the charge left in the capacitor when it is discharging after 3 time constant, then put for T as 3 RC and then calculate. So here, therefore, Q decreases from Q naught to this percent of maximum Q naught in this many time. Now the question is, when Q will be 0? The charge in the capacitor is decreasing gradually, right? And the energy of the capacitor is now available across the resistor in the form of heat. So when q will be 0. So put q is equal to 0 here and let us solve. So in here I put q is equal to 0. I put q is equal to 0 is equal to q naught e to the power minus t by r. So you have to find this t. After what time this q will be 0. Now this q naught when the multiplied here comes to this side is divided. So I am left with this much. 0 divided by something is 0. So e to the power minus t by rc is equal to 0. So this can be written as 1 over e to the power t by rc becomes 0 minus 2. To make this positive, 1 by is 0. Now when this will be 0, here 1 is in the numerator. So if the denominator becomes infinite, then 1 divided by infinite will be 0. If 1 is divided by infinite number of times, then it will become 0. So e to the power minus t by rc is equal to 0. And when this, e to the power minus t by rc will be infinite. And when this will be infinite? If t is infinite. So when the discharging process starts, you will require infinite time for the charge in the capacitor to be 0. Means there will be some charge left in the still left in the capacitor. Now look at the diagram. So at t is equal to 0, the charge in the capacitor was maximum q naught because it was already charged prior to that. And from this point, we started switching off. The key was switched off key. So it started discharging. Means the charge gradually decreases. Look, it gradually decreases. But this line does not touch here because I just explained at t is equal to infinity, this line will go and touch. Then only it will be 0. So the physical meaning. So from here to here is from here to here. From here to here, if it is 100%, that is q naught, this much will be 50%. And something around here will be 36.8% of q naught. And if I draw a line and drop a perpendicular here, therefore this time from here to here is equal to 1 time constant RC. 1 time constant RC. And the physical meaning of the time constant tau, which is equal to RC. Meaning is, if you look at those two equations, the final equation of lesson 4 and the final equation of lesson 5, alternating current 4 and 5, the conclusion is like this. If tau is small, if the value of RC is small, Q becomes Q naught rapidly. Means the charge in the capacitor attains its maximum value Q naught quickly if this is small. And Q becomes 0 rapidly if the value of tau is small. Similarly, if tau is large, if the value of tau, the time constant, if the value of RC in the circuit is large, charging and discharging both are slow. Means it will take more time to have the maximum charge Q naught. It will take more and more time to reduce the charge to 0. So that is the physical meaning.